Retrain your daughters. Ladies, retrain your daughters. All right, I'm gonna put this on you. I'm gonna put this on the moms, the single moms, man. Retrain your daughters, for real, for real. Your daughters should not be interested in thugs and scammers and stuff like that. Y'all want the crime rate to go down? Y'all want black on black crime to stop within the youth? These young females gotta stop being into what they're into, man. Like, it's a fact now. We know it's not just a few. It's actually the women that these dudes are interested in. The ones that keep their nails done, their hair done, got the nice bodies. This shit's gotta stop, man. If women just say they're attracted to dudes who work, I'm attracted to a man who works a 9 to 5. I'm attracted to a man who has a 401k, who has a career. I'm attracted to a man who's into entrepreneurism the legal way. If more women started coming out saying that, if more younger females started coming out saying that, you will see less gang activity. You will see less dudes scamming. A lot of what dudes do is for attention from females, man. Now, don't get me wrong. There are guys out here who just love gangbanging, who just love beefing with ops, who don't mind going to prison, who actually enjoy being in prison, amongst other men. But I'm not really talking about those men. I'm talking about the men who do it for women because they know that's what women like. And then you got followers. You got other young melanated men who are followers who see, oh, he getting girls, man. This dude, he's got all this jewelry. He's got all this money. He's smoking a lot of dope. He's popping pills. He's jugging. He ain't afraid to shoot at ops whenever he see him. But he's got all the girls. So this is what girls like. This must be what girls like. This is what run through young men's head. All right? And it sucks, man. It really does suck that a lot of these videos have to be aimed towards melanated people, man. But the white boys aren't doing this shit, man. Don't get me wrong. There are the few white boys who listen to drill music, and I'm saying little Mabu, you know what I'm saying, whatever, little white drill artists. But as far as actually going out here and doing stuff, like, I'm talking about real drills. White boys are not out here committing drills like that. Why are melanated men out here committing drills? Why can't we all just get along, man? Why is a melanated man always got to hate on another melanated man? And why are women not denouncing this crap? I'm not hearing any women on podcasts, on social media, on videos coming out saying, nah, I don't like the dope boys. I don't like drug dealers. I don't like dudes that are out of prison. I don't like dudes who got ops, who be throwing up gang signs in their photos. I don't like that type of stuff. Of course, you're going to have the older women in their 30s and 40s saying that, but that doesn't matter. That's not what these dudes are after. These dudes are after the females around the same age as them. These women in their 20s, man. They got to start denouncing this shit. This shit ain't cool, man. They're the reason why these dudes are crashing out a lot of the times. Don't get me wrong. You can't keep blaming somebody else for your decisions. A lot of these young dudes have to take responsibility, but we have to take it for what it is, man. A lot of these younger dudes do not know how to accept responsibility because they weren't taught to. So the fact that they weren't taught to is we have to look at the solution to the problem. And the solution is the females. Retrain your daughters, retrain your daughters, retrain your granddaughters. If you're a grandmother, grandparents raising your granddaughters, you got to retrain them. You got to actually sit down with them and say, what type of boys are you into? You got to actually look at their social media. You got to actually see what type of friends they're hanging out with, where they're hanging out. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get your answers. But you're too busy with your life that you don't have time to see what they got going on and make sure they're not going to end up crashing out. And make sure they're not going to end up influencing another young man to crash out. And that's why a lot of these people should not be having kids, man. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but it just proves it. When your life is so busy and so occupied with your life that you can't make sure your child is getting their schoolwork done, hanging with the right crowd, staying out of trouble, not into dope boys and drug dealers, not having sex all willy-nilly with dudes. When you can't do those things, you should have never had a kid in the first place. So make sure that sticks in your head. If you're a parent and your young daughter is dating somebody who is running the streets, who doesn't work an actual job, let that go through your head. That you messed up as a parent, that you failed them, and you are currently failing them now. A lot of you parents are failing your daughters. You are too young to be a grandparent. A lot of you parents are in your 30s and 40s, and you are grandparents. That's wild. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I was forced to be a grandparent at that age. That's why, one of the reasons why I don't have kids. There's many reasons why I don't, but that's one of them. Because today's generation is just wild, man. And you can't control what a person does, even your own flesh and blood. You can only give them good advice and hope they follow it. But unfortunately, they're not able to follow it because of social media. I don't know how many times I have to say it, man. I'm a 90s baby. We had MySpace. We didn't have this social media influence. When it came to young girls, we had to actually, pen and paper, or pen and write on my hand. And they weren't dressed how they're dressed today. These young girls, man, they love attention so much that they're willing to show skin. They're willing to show body parts that nobody should see. Body parts that only they should see when they're about to get in the shower or about to get in the pool. But they're out in public spaces dressed like this. When I was younger, man, girls wore jeans. You know what I'm saying? Leggings were not a thing. Skirts, yeah, here and there. But stuff was left to the imagination. Let's talk about white moms. Because I can't make this straight about melanated females. Because, yeah, a lot of it is because they're the ones who's like the dope boys and scammers and stuff like that. But real quick, let's talk about white moms, man. I be seeing these white moms out with their daughters and their daughters' ass cheeks be hanging out their shorts. Why, as a mom, are you letting your daughter come out here like that? You got plenty of pedophiles, sick men that be taking photos of your daughters that will secretly follow you. You don't even realize you're being followed. They 2 cars back or 1 car back, slowly following you to see where you live. So they can maybe possibly be a peeping Tom, peek through your window or stalk and kidnap. Listen, check out my shorts. I know it wasn't very good because my girlfriend was driving pretty fast. I was passenger. And I was in Norwalk, Connecticut. I just came from Stu Leonard's. Along the bridge, tons of missing photos. And my girlfriend, she's like, oh, the missing children. No, they were grown men. There was a mother and a daughter I seen. There were other young girls, other young daughters, more men. But a lot of beautiful young women were missing. And listen, I know people go missing every day, but in my state, that is not something that is really, you don't hear about on the news. It's not really talked about. So that blew my mind to see that. And as soon as I got across that bridge, you know what I saw? I saw 2 white girls with their ass cheeks hanging out. Looked like they had to be no older than 15, 16. And their parents let them come out the house like that. Their moms went shopping with them and let them pick their stuff out. And I'm pretty sure they tried it on and said, let me see it on you. They don't care. They don't care if their young 15, 16-year-old daughters walking around with STDs, burning, itching, got to take medication for STDs at such a young age. Now let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to my melanated women. I'm gonna say it a lot of times. Retrain your daughters. Retrain them. They don't need to make mistakes. They don't need to make the mistake of dealing with a street dude and then once everything fails to say, oh no, I'm not dealing with those dudes no more. I got my heart broken out this, out that. Listen, prepare them in advance and not even go down that road. That should not be coming out their mouth, man. Other day I seen a video of this mom beating her daughter with a belt, whooping her with a belt because she was disrespectful. We need to see more of that. A lot of these girls need whoopings. They need their butt whooped. They need to be scared. Before they about to open their legs and do something they don't need to do, flashbacks go through their head about that butt whooping that they could get. Whatever it takes to stop them from making them stupid mistakes. But yeah, ladies, this has to be denounced, man. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing these street interviews, seeing these street interviews, and these women talking about they love scammers, they love dope boys and drug dealers. Even on the balloon pop show. If a dude say he got an actual good job, women ready to pop their balloon, most of them. There's a few that won't, but the ones that really look good, the ones that the dudes be attracted to, they pop their balloon. They don't want that. They want fast money. They don't want longevity. You know why? Because once it all stops, it's just on to the next scammer, on to the next drug dealer, on to the next gangster. You dudes don't get it, man. I could talk to you dudes all day. I could tell you dudes, share this video with your younger cousin, your younger siblings in the streets. They're not going to get it. It goes in one ear, out the other. But women mature faster than men. So they should get it. They should understand. You women got to protect your womb, man. You moms gotta teach your daughters to protect their womb, to protect their body. Their body is a temple. They're giving up their body to these dudes in the streets and these dudes are carrying evil spirits on them and carrying demons. And that stuff gets transferred to your daughter. I'm telling you, you got to believe in this stuff. If you're spiritual and you believe, you don't have to be super religious, but if you believe in a higher power, you have to understand, man, that these demons, these spirits get exchanged during sex. Now, it's not just bodily fluids. And a lot of these women could carry this stuff with them into other relationships. Can carry this stuff with them in their day-to-day life. Their workplace. You just see a change in your daughter. Like, why is she so snapping? She just got an attitude now. Why is she being so rude and disrespectful? She never talked to you like that. You know why? It's because she fucking that street dude. Because she fucking that scammer. That scammer's buying her this and buying her that, and now she think her butt don't stink. Now she talking to you all crazy. There are a lot of things you're gonna have to deal with when your daughters are out here in the streets, running around with these no good dudes. Angel Reese, man. Angel Reese was spotted with G Herbo. What is she doing with G Herbo? She has her whole career ahead of her. You see how these women backtrack? You know how many other melanated females would love to be in her position? Love to have the Nike deals, making the money she's making, playing a sport with other females, the sisters that support, and she want to be hanging out with a G Herbo who was not too long ago accused of scamming? The dude who raps about all this money he got, but he out here scamming people. And Angel Reese, you see what I'm talking about? That's a point right there. They are at two different points in their life. If you think G Herbo is not going to try to corrupt Angel Reese, there is something wrong with you. And listen, don't tell me I'm crazy, but if you don't think G Herbo is going to try to get some money up out of her, there is something wrong with you. Listen, G Herbo is going to fuck the shit out of her. He is going to dog fuck the shit out of her like she has never probably had it in a long time or ever in her life. And then he's going to end up getting money from her. She is going to support his scamming. Because a lot of these scammers, they need money to start scamming, to do pyramid schemes. To front and flex, to make it seem like they have money. So you say, oh yeah, you know what? I'll invest in that. Next thing you know, the person who invested, where's their money? Gone. So don't think G Herbo has an ulterior motive. He is not with Angel Reese just because he finds her attractive. It's for what I said, and it's also for clout. Keep him relevant. Oh, who's G Herbo? A lot of women who respect and like Angel Reese, they're going to see, oh, that's who she's dating? Now you have women who are fans of Angel Reese, who are getting good grades, who are playing basketball on their way to the scholarship. They're going to say, oh, I should date that type of dude. If she's into that type of dude, maybe I should. Oh, I should date those light-skinned hood dude like that. This shit got to stop, man. For real, for real. Mothers, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to step into your daughter's life and put y'all fucking foot down. Plain and simple. If y'all want to see a change with drill music and drill rap and what these dudes are rapping about, it starts with you and your daughters. All right? Comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, make sure your notifications are set to all, and I'll catch you next one. Peace and love.